My name is Rashad Tawashi, pharmaceutical scientist, academic, professor emeritus, University of Montreal, and PhD. I spent a long time of my career life doing research in the development and design of drug delivery systems. I'm going to tell you the story of DPP. DPP refers to Date Palm Pollen, the male reproductive cell of the palm tree. I met with Bona in California, and we were talking about a new cosmetic ingredient that can be used in anti-aging.
So my dad was talking about date palm pollen and how this would be a good skincare product, especially in these days where people are becoming a lot more weary of having too many chemicals in their skincare products, and this push for clean beauty and more natural ingredients.
I'm a granddaughter of Rashad Tawashi. I'm actually a naturopathic doctor, not just a naturopathic doctor, but as a mom and just a consumer of cosmetics and skincare products. I know just how chemicals are used and overused in all of these products. A lot of consumers now are reading labels. There's a lot of unknown chemicals people don't realize that are also in natural products. They were telling me they were really excited about what they've been working on, which was the date palm pollen.
The date palm pollen is known for more than 5,000 years. It has been used by the ancient Egyptian. It has been used in Mesopotamia. It has been used for rejuvenation. It has been used for fertility. And the use of it was in oral administration, either with honey or as powder.
The date palm pollen, from a naturopathic perspective, studying the constituents of herbal medicines that have been used for just thousands of years is a big part of our study. I would love to get involved as a naturopathic doctor.
I'll never forget the first time that we felt it in our hands. We knew immediately we had something special. Upon the first application on our skin, just felt an immediate smoothness and softness, and knew that we had to study this further. It would be an amazing skincare product.
We also knew that it wasn't going to be the easiest thing to obtain. The date palm pollen tree only actually pollinates for around 2 weeks the entire year. We immediately started to look into it and study it. We sent it off for testing. We studied its structure. We had microscopy done. And one of our first studies was for photoprotection.
We found that DPP block the harmful UVA radiation. This radiation that can penetrate the epidermis and go to dermis and produce its harmful effect.
What we did find that the date palm pollen is a superior UV absorber of UVA rays and adequately absorbs UVB rays.
Extremophiles, so those are organisms that live at the extremes of nature. It has to survive in the desert. It has to survive arid, dry conditions, so minimal moisture, lots of light, lots of direct sunlight, lots of UV, lots of radiation, and extremely high temperatures. All of the genetic material has to fit into this pollen grain and still be able to flourish and create life. So it made perfect sense that this could have benefits on the skin.
We started to do more clinical trials. So at the time, I was working as a clinical trial consultant. So my background was in research, and we did design some studies to see whether or not it was effective.
In a pioneering experiment, we succeeded to prove that DPP reduced the inflammation and the ulcers, which represent one of the most serious side effects in chemo radiation therapy. The results of this clinical trial was published in one of the clinical journals. DPP has an anti-inflammatory effect. The anti-aging properties of DPP, like for example, it acts as exfoliant, it acts as surfacing of the skin. This explains the extra smooth texture obtained when DPP is used.
We also started to do Visia analysis studies using Visia complexion analysis. The Visia studies that we did show great improvements in texture and pores and spot reduction. So we were very encouraged.
The application of DPP on the skin produces a moisturizing effect by 3 different mechanisms. First, it seals the surface of the skin by having a complete coverage preventing the escape of moisture. Second, by filling the gaps between the cells. Third, by acting as humectant by sucking the moisture from the dermis. Unlike hyaluronic acid, for example, it acts by absorbing water from the external environment. Therefore, DPP is a perfect moisturizer.
It was no surprise that this would be very, very helpful for skin in so many different ways.
We went further to study the effect of DPP on preservation and its antimicrobial characteristics. We found that DPP accepts the microbial challenge and can be used as a preservative itself.
We were really excited, and that was when we decided we needed to protect our intellectual property. We have obtained multiple patents in the US and Canada, also in the rest of the world.
This is great. We've got all these patents
to produce the ideal anti-aging product.
A lot of brands will claim that their skincare products are natural because the main ingredients are natural, which is great. The issue is that most of them have preservatives. They need a preservative to keep its shelf life higher. Things you're putting on your face, there's like forever chemicals now. A lot of them come from preservatives. I think the best thing about our product and what separates Skin by Noor is that there is not one thing that is a chemical in our product. That's pretty impressive when you actually get used to reading labels and not understanding what's in it. What's awesome about Skin by Noor serum is that DPP is a preservative. It's a natural preservative. So it lasts for a long time and we don't need any preservatives in it.
Luxury products that works.
So we really are taking the whole natural beauty to the next level. And that's why we call it hyper natural.